Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, welcome, and for everyone returning, welcome back. So in today's video, we are jumping into the shed. Now, if you guys have been following along, we are kind of taking a detour from the garage. They are waiting to do another garage sale in a couple weeks here. So once that is over, we will jump back into the garage. But for right now, we moved on to the shed. And there was so much stuff packed into this small space. We literally went through and just took as much of it out as we could. So first step was making space. Now, some of this stuff was her kids' stuff, so you will see that some of this does not go back in here, mainly the camping stuff. As well, we went ahead, I took everything out, put it into groups, and then had her sort through it. A big chunk of this is also her outdoor decor for the season that she hasn't got a chance to put out yet. So we piled them up and she went through absolutely everything. This is another one of the crafts that she made. I didn't get a very good clip of it, but if you go over onto my Instagram page, I will post a better picture for you guys there so you guys can check it out. So the main things we needed to have space for in the shed were the pool related cleaning items, extra cushions. There are some projects in here. There are some tools in here, some gardening supplies. You are going to see there is an entire wall of like rakes and tools and all of that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, these boards do need to stay in the shed until we finish the garage, but that will be coming up soon. We decided to go with the approach of taking as much out as we could with this shed because, as you can see, it was absolutely packed, and these upper shelves, she didn't even know what was in here. So once we got in, we made some space, and then it was time to actually go through and look at all of the stuff that she had. So once we got everything out of the shed and made some space in there, me and her went back into the shed and she helped me go through some of the items that were on the walls or some of the stuff on the shelves still. We didn't want to take out absolutely everything because there was no point. We did, however, need to make as much space as we possibly could. So you are going to notice this takes place over 2 days, and we do end up rearranging things as always. I feel like we get started, we kind of get an idea of what we're gonna do, and then inevitably we change the entire thing. So it is not going to look like this at the end, but I guarantee you it will look nice and organized. Originally, the plan was to have the big tools on the floor in the back of the shed. Ultimately, that plan does not work out for us as always, so they will be moved further on into the video. Next thing we did was work on the piles that we had outside. So I was working on the camping pile, and I don't know why I had such a hard time figuring out what this was, but I look very unimpressed with this piece of equipment. When I say equipment, I mean it's a coffee filter, like for a, I don't know if you can see it, that blue coffee pot there for camping. That is what that is for, if anybody is wondering. So a lot of this camping stuff is going because it has not been used in many years. It has just been sitting in the shed. Her and her husband do not have any plans on going camping in the future. So she took out the stuff that could be reused, kind of let the kids go through it. And then from there, everything else that was not going to be used either went into the garbage or got donated, depending on what it was. We got on a pretty good roll with the shed, and then we realized it was going to rain. So we had to run around the backyard and try and get as much of it put away before the rain started as we could. I think we ended up getting everything. We might have missed a bin or two here or there, but for the most part, everything just got tossed back into the shed. No rhyme or reason to it, just to keep it out of the rain. So unfortunately, you can't control the weather, so we did have to wait a couple days to come back. When I came back, she had these shelves sorted through, a big box of stuff to go, and then she did clear out some of the stuff that was packed back into the shed. A big thing in here was the pool. It had been shoved at the back when we first started, so that did come out. It is set up now, so there was a lot less stuff to be put back in here. Once obviously summer is over and the pool has to go back in, we do have a designated spot for it. Next thing, she realized she had way too many lawn chairs, so we went through, got rid of the ones she didn't want, and just put away a few extras just in case there is more company over. Again, I think we rearranged everything we did the first day. So now the cushions are going to be stored on top of the tote in the back. That tote is where the pool goes. So it doesn't need to be accessed. It is empty for now until the end of summer. Down here is where we are storing some of the stuff that is to go in to the garage. So again, right now we are waiting to finish the garage sale, and then we are going to get that space cleared out and good to go. She is very excited to start some projects in there. So the sooner we get that set up, the better. Now I am really not sure if that was a bug on my shirt or a piece of dirt, but it was not there when I got home, so I'm going to assume it was a giant bug, and I am very glad that I did not notice it until I was editing this video much later. So this here is going to be a project bin. She does want to put these things out in her garden, but for now she has a bunch of other things that are ready to go to be set up. So those we are going to store until she can kind of fix them, tweak them, and then she can put them out this year or next year. So we decided to move the chemicals up a shelf and then have that bin easier to access for her and the chemicals a little harder to access for any children. She wanted this basket for her pruning tools, gardening tools, and then she decided she did not like it. So we traded it for this basket, And then she decided she still wanted to use this basket for something else. Gardening tip: if you are potting plants and you have a very large pot, put styrofoam in the bottom before the dirt and you are going to save yourself a lot of dirt. Like I mentioned before, these sheets of plywood are going to be moved to the garage eventually. So for right now, we did have to keep them in there, but soon they will be removed. Now, I know you guys are going to be a little disappointed. I thought I got a clip of the go pile, but we had most of it ready right before it started raining, and in the rush, I must not have actually gotten a clip of it. So I apologize, you guys didn't get to see all of the stuff that we took out of here, but trust me, there was a huge pile. So make sure if you guys enjoyed the video, you give it a big thumbs up down below. Let me know your favorite part, and make sure if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button.